What are moral, ethical, and legal issues around integrating technology and social media in schools and classrooms? First, it is important to reiterate the need to teach good digital citizenship in the classroom before allowing students online. Doug Johnson, an expert in educational technology, argues that society sets limits and age restrictions on many important tasks that people can do. Would you let your daughter drive a car without a lesson? Would you encourage your young adolescent son to vote without him ever learning about politics or the running parties? Hopefully you answered no to both of these questions. Yet many parents and educators allow kids to create a presence in cyberspace without any guidance or direction. Johnson also argues that students benefit the most from face-to-face interactions involving ethical behavior, and that these life lessons will trickle over into their online identities. In terms of moral and ethical legalities in the classroom, Henderson, Auld, and Johnson break these concerns down into 4 categories: consent, confidentiality, boundaries, and recognizing and responding to illicit activity. Number 1. Consent. Henderson, Auld, and Johnson define consent as the respectful way to gain permission from people to engage with them in current or new practices and in gaining access to their data. While there are numerous issues with consent that may arise in an educational setting, one of the biggest ones is the difference between public and private data. Although anything posted publicly can be accessed online, the debate comes in the intent of what that information was used for. A student who posts a video online for their friend does not intend that same video to be played on the smartboard in front of their classmates. 2. Confidentiality. When we ask students to post on the internet, we are making them accessible to other people. Even when privacy settings are utilized and set high, can we be sure that those students are unsearchable? Can we guarantee that their digital footprint will be confined to the classroom only? In a world where almost every digital phrase is traceable, we are not in the position to be making these promises. It is best to teach students that once it is on the internet, it may never be able to be deleted. Thus, their social media accounts should not portray them in a way that may make them ashamed in the future. Number 3. Boundaries. The line between professional and personal can sometimes become very blurred in the social media realm. Although electronic communication may make contacting each other a lot easier, students must be aware that messages with teachers should be kept professional and messages with peers should be kept respectful. Social networking can also put teachers in an awkward position if a student posts something illegal on their personal account, such as drug use or underage drinking. Furthermore, using social media in the classroom can open up unmonitored opportunities for students to cyberbully as well. This all ties back to the idea of teaching students to be good digital citizens. So, how do you address technology-related ethical issues? Connecticut's teacher education and mentoring program suggests that teachers use their best professional judgment when dealing with ethical issues on social media platforms. It can be very helpful to discuss these types of situations with other educators in order to develop awareness and strategy on new ethical issues. It is also best to be preventative and outline rules and reasons for those rules early on in the learning process. Arlene Rinaldi created 10 commandments for computer use for students at the University of Florida, which includes not harming others, not snooping, not using the computer to steal, not using other people's intellectual output without authorization, and understanding the social consequences of things you do on the internet. His final rule is probably the most encompassing. Thou shalt use a computer in ways that show consideration and respect. This is the epitome of what we have been traditionally teaching students, to use the golden rule and treat others the way they want to be treated. Number 4. Recognizing and responding to illicit activity. Students may be confused as to whether downloading certain information such as movies or videos is acceptable or not. They may also not know that copying and pasting or taking an image without permission or recognition constitutes plagiarism and copyright issues. Moreover, a student may know all of this information but still choose to act unethically. Henderson, Auld, and Johnson acknowledge that ignoring the issue sets a bad moral example, and reporting the issue breaks the student-teacher trust relationship. Instead, it is best to address these issues and teach right from wrong. Conclusion. All in all, incorporating Angelo State University's Christopher McGillivray's TechSmart acronym into your classroom will help guide students into the do's and don'ts of technology. T. Take care of technology equipment. E. Explore appropriate and safe sites for learning and research. C. Copyright law, Fair Use Act, and Creative Commons matter. H. Help prevent cyberbullying. S. Self-image is important. M. Make use of netiquette. A. Always give credit to original source. R. Remember to be effective, thoughtful, and ethical digital creators. T. Think.